Uncertain. I mean, we just haven't been in this kind of territory for a very long time.
OK, Rob, thanks for that. Uncertainty, of course, is the one thing that the financial markets don't like. They had, I think, got used to the idea that there might be a House of Commons in which no single party had an overall majority. But our business reporter, Alex, you can tell how long I've been here. Alex Ritson is on the trading floor at CMC Markets in the financial district, the city. Alex, what's going on down there?
Yes, Robin, I think they've got used to that idea before the end of the polling period, but when the polls closed and it looked for a brief moment as though there might actually be an outright win for the Conservative Party, the traders here were terribly excited. When we spoke a couple of hours ago, I told you normally this trading floor is empty at this time of the night. Today lots of traders have been brought in. There have been about 14 people here, half of them are journalists, and a couple of hours ago everyone was really excited. Now the only excited people are the journalists, and the traders are all sitting at their terminals with long gloomy faces because everything has dropped back. When we spoke a couple of hours ago, the pound had jumped up by about a cent and a half against the US dollar. That's now fallen back to where it was. The UK government debt markets, again, they had UK government debt was looking much better priced. It was rising in value. That also has fallen back. All this pointing, of course, to a hung parliament. Michael Hewson, an analyst with CMC Markets, is with me now. Michael, you're looking so gloomy.
Yeah, we are looking a little bit glummer, I'm afraid. All the early optimism has given way to a certain amount of realism now. The spread bet market was originally pricing a Conservative majority of 330 seats.
Now, yes, I wanted to ask you about this spread bet market because historically the spread betting has actually outperformed the opinion polls in predicting the final outcome of the election. Now, the spread bets have been predicting a hung parliament now for, well, days.
They had initially been predicting a hung parliament market for quite a number of days. But when those swings happened in Sunderland, very early polling, and you saw the Conservative swings, the spread bet market went out to a majority of 330, 335 seats, and as a result the gilt markets rose. The 10-year gilt went out to 118.50, which was 120 points above last night's close. That has now slipped back, as has the spread bet market. We're now 313, 318, 8 seats short of an overall majority. As such, the pound has slipped back and the gilt markets have slipped back.
How is it that the spread bet market seems to get this right so often? Because it is really no different to going into a betting shop and placing some money on the outcome. This is just men in suits doing the same thing on financial markets,
Supply and
isn't it?
demand reacting to the results that are basically coming in on the BBC right now. Essentially what you're seeing is whenever a Conservative loses a seat they're expected to hold, suddenly the spread bet market drops back. When Conservatives get a gain, and which they're expected to get, then obviously the spread bet market then gets marched back up again. At the moment it's solidly set at 313, 318. It's hung parliament territory. It's workable because the gilt yield is still below where it was when we opened or closed last night.
Michael, that's great. Michael Hewson from CMC Markets. So that's it. The view of the financial markets at the moment, it is going to be hung parliament territory, and it could take a while to sort this out. Robin, thank you.
Alex, thanks very much. Alex Ritson there in the city. Matthew Paris.